Zed is one of the best champions to play in solo queue in my opinion. He has insane mobility with a lot of burst potential, which is a perfect combination for climbing in solo queue, especially in lower ranks. He is also extremely fun to play, and if you haven't tried him yet, you should definitely do it. Today I'm going to talk about a few tips that can help you climb with him. The first thing that you should learn with Zed is how to win laning phase. Laning phase is really important, because if you can play it right and get a solo kill, it can help you snowball the game out of control and you can easily carry the game that way. Before level 6, you don't really have any kill potential if your enemy is good, so the first levels you should just farm and look for some opportunities to poke your enemy. At level 1 and 2, try to farm as best as you can. You can either use your Qs to farm safely or to poke your enemy. At level 2, max E if you are getting pushed under your turret, but if you are pushing the lane, max W so you can escape if the enemy jungler comes. When you hit level 3, that is where the real poking begins. You can even all-in them if your enemy has no mana. Don't worry if you're getting pushed early, because that is a pretty good situation for Zed. You can farm all the minions easily with your passive, and your lane is set up for an easy gank if your jungler shows up and if you are level 3. At level 6, if your enemy is low enough, you can always look for an opportunity to all-in them. After your first back, you are pretty strong, so look out for some 1v1 action in mid lane, or just try to roam and help your jungler or some other lanes. If you are really fed and miles ahead of your enemy, you can always look out for some freezes in the mid lane and deny a lot of CS to your opponent. Keep in mind that this is not really easy to do, and it is only used in situations where you can't really roam because it's not that worth it. Roaming is really important if you want to carry games with Zed. One successful roam can win you the whole game. But the problem with roaming is to know when to do it and where. You see, roaming is very tricky, because if you fail it, your enemy laner will get free turret plates and free waves. First, let's talk about when you can roam. If your opponent just sits under turret and you don't know where the enemy jungler is, there is no need to try to dive him. That's where you can look out for some opportunities to roam. You don't really want to roam top lane with Zed. You usually want to help your jungler or gank bot lane. You see, if you kill the enemy jungler with yours, you can together dive bot lane or do Drake. The best item that you want to buy for roaming is Yumu's Ghostblade. This is the first item that you want to get with Zed almost every single game, because it enables you to be present at the most crucial moments all around the map. This is probably the biggest mistake that a lot of Z players do. When you are ahead, never trade kills. It's not worth killing someone if you are just going to die, especially not versus a scaling AP champion. You are giving them shutdowns and gold needed to come back in the game and outscale you. Most Z players, when they have a lead, they get overconfident and they think they can kill anyone and get away with it. If you have a huge lead, this is the most crucial moment if you want to carry games. Look at the map at all times, and if you are sure that somebody is alone, you can go on them. Of course, it is okay to die for a greater benefit, for example a one teamfight or for taking crucial objectives, but never trade kills if you are ahead. Bad games happen to everyone, you can't always win, sometimes you will lose some games. The problem with losing games is that most players get tilted and in the next games they play worse than they usually do. A lot of people won't even admit that they are tilted and just blame their teammates for the losses. My tip to you if you have a bad game is to just take a break. To get to a certain division you need some time. It likely won't happen in a day. So if you lose a couple of games, just take a break and come back the next day where your mindset is refreshed and when you are tilt free. A really good friend of mine asked me to show you guys his product, and I think it's a really well designed product. It's a wireless charging bar mat, so basically you just have to put your phone on it and it will charge. I think that's a really cool idea, and I really hope that in the future a lot of bars would have that. So if you're interested in it, be sure to check the link in the description. That is all from me today, thank you guys for watching, good luck in solo queue, and I will see you guys next time.